You're getting ready to take the final progress monitoring test of the year. And just in case you're a little nervous, we want to share some test taking strategies with you.
Students have been practicing all year and have learned so much since taking PM1. Let's get started. Practice tests for students can be accessed by going to the Florida FAST website shown on the screen. It is recommended to review your grade level practice test before taking the final progress monitoring test.
Once on the website, you will enter as a guest user. No login or session ID is required. You will then select the student grade level from the drop-down box. After you select the student grade level, it will then show you the subject area practice tests that are available. You can click on any or all of the tests to practice. You will then review all settings, tools, and guides for the test. And then to begin, you will click the green Begin Test Now button. Once inside, you will be able to access a variety of different question types to make yourself comfortable prior to progress monitoring testing. Let's start with some general information that will be helpful across all testing subjects.
No matter what test you are taking online, you will always want to draw your attention to the right side of the screen where you will see different icons that provide you with tools to support you during your test.
Some of the tools that you will find in this area of the test include a line reader, strike-through answer options, flagging questions for review, and any reference sheets or calculators if they're provided for your specific test.
These are extremely helpful tools, so we are going to show you how to use them and where to find them. While you are reading, if you would like to focus on reading only one line at a time, you can use the line reader tool, which is the icon with the single line.
That's such a great tool to help you focus while you're reading. Also, while testing, if you come across a passage that you want to expand across the screen, just click on the arrow at the top of the passage.
The right arrow expands the passage and the left arrow collapses the passage.
Another tool that you can use is the strike-through feature.
Oh, this tool is where students can cross out answer choices to help them if they're having a hard time choosing an answer.
It sure is. And you can find the strike-through tool in all tests, located on the top right menu option of your screen.
Lori, the highlight tool can be kind of tricky. Let's show everyone how it works.
That's a great idea. To highlight text, first you have to select the text. Then either right-click and choose your highlight color option, or you can choose the icon with the 3 lines to open the menu choices. It's also very important to know that you must answer every question. The test will not allow you to skip questions. So answering every question, it may look a little different on the science test, but we'll get into that when we talk about science.
That is great to know. So if students don't know the answer to a question, what should they do?
Well, the good news is you can mark a question for review, which will flag the question number so you could go back and review it at any time.
Where do students find the mark for review option?
That's an important part. On each question, you will see an icon with 3 lines and a drop-down arrow. You will click on that and the mark for review option will show.
Wow, that's such a great tool for students to use. Always remember those 3 lines. When should students go back to their flagged questions?
Well, that's actually a really important one too, and it's a little different for each test, so we'll break it down for you throughout this video in each content area. Now, the most important thing is you do not want to wait till the end of the test to review or change your answer choices for any test. Just remember, try your best. The good news is the test, it's adaptive to you.
Since the test is adaptive, will it ask questions outside of a student's grade level?
No, it will only ask questions within your grade level.
Great to know. Reviewing and changing answers in the ELA test. When taking the ELA test, how do students know which questions that they have flagged so they can go back and review them?
The top corner of the question number will be folded over. Once you have selected an answer choice, a green check mark will show under the question number. Since you must answer every question before moving on, you will always see the green check marks, but will want to focus on the top corner fold. That's how you know it's flagged. Before moving on to the next passage, you will want to go back to any questions you have flagged and change your answers if you need to.
Now, let's quickly review some tools for when taking the math test.
When you are answering math questions, you have to select an answer before clicking to the next question. It will not allow you to move forward without selecting an answer choice.
That's great to know.
And just like in the reading portion, you have the option to mark your questions for review.
Yes, students do this the same way using those 3 lines in the drop-down arrow to select Mark for Review.
You can find the questions that you flagged for review by clicking on the Item Summary drop-down in the top left corner of your screen.
Once students click on the Item Summary drop-down, it will show all of the questions. Any question that has been flagged will have a blue flag next to the number.
That's really important. And while you're in that Item Summary drop-down, you will also see which questions you have not yet attempted. Those questions will show a red triangle.
So, in the math portion, when should students go back and check their answer choices for any questions that they have flagged for review?
Well, that's a good one, and I'd say probably answer like 2 or 3 questions, then go back to those questions that you flagged and review or change any answer selections. Also, if your grade level has a math reference sheet, you can click on the formulas icon in the top right corner of the screen to see it.
Great! And for any students taking a 6th grade assessment or above, you will have access to an online calculator. You can find it in the same location as the math reference sheet in the top right corner of your screen. Lori, the online science test is new to certain students this year, so let's provide them with some strategies to help them not panic.
Don't panic, so let's go.
Just like during the other test, students must answer all questions.
True, but in the science test, students can move between questions of a set without providing an answer. These are called context-dependent item sets, where multiple questions will be asked based on the same stimuli.
Ah, great to know.
Now, for grade 5 science, students may use a blank sheet of paper to take notes during their test.
And in grade 8 science, students will be provided with a 2-page CBT worksheet to work on, a 4-function calculator, and an online periodic table.
When you open the calculator and periodic table, you can expand it to show across your screen using the arrows in the top right corner.
Feel free to move the window where you need, and when you are done, simply use the X to close the calculator or the periodic table window.
Perfect.
Just remember, when in doubt, always look for the menu options using the icon at the top right with the 3 lines. Your support tools can be found there.
It's also a good idea to go to floridafast.org website and take the practice test for your grade level to see the items ahead of time, just so that you're best prepared.
The most important strategy we want you to know is to just do your best. Students and teachers have been working hard and preparing for this all year.
Absolutely. This truly is your time to shine, so take a deep breath, use your strategies, and you will do awesome. Good luck!